be guiding you through your practice today. I have a hurt toe, so if some of my movements look a little bit less fluid than they normally do, it's just because my toe is pretty bruised up. Like all things in life, we have limitations sometimes. Today, it's an easy go-to because it's my foot. I know how good I can feel, I know what I'm capable of, but today my limitation is my foot. Replace foot or broken toe with any other narrative, right? Family members ill, school is really hard, there's a pandemic going on, all these different layers to our lives. So when we visit our mat today, I want us to just be completely here. I want us to be here now. It's easier said than done, but the tools that we dive into to get there is breath work, mindful movement, and perspective. So as you flow today, as you move through a series of shapes, it might come easy to you, it might not, but wherever you are, know that that's exactly where you need to be, and you can always breathe there. So I'll be giving lots and lots of reminders and cues just to breathe. We'll set up our breath now as a community, virtual strangers. I feel like, a lot of you I've taught in person, so thank you for being here with me today. We'll get started in Sukhasana. This is easy sit. Easy sit. You can take full or half lotus. If you do take full lotus, I invite you to take your easy leg first. So we all have those dualities. My left side is not as open, so I would put my right one on top and then my left one after. All right, so full or half lotus or easy sit. Hands on your knees, palms face up, ready to receive, palms face down if you're ready to give. Take a deep breath in through your nose, and at this time, don't try to change anything, just see how you're showing up. Again, breathe in. Breathe out. Inhale. And exhale. This next time, I want you to get your head wrapped around where the breath is starting. Just notice it. Don't try to change it. Just notice where your breath starts, where you feel it first. And without clinging to the breath, let that breath go. I felt it on my nose and I felt it at the belly, like at the base of my stomach. So that's what we're trying to do. We're trying to get these nice, full, deep diaphragmatic breaths on each inhale. As you inhale, here we go. Let's take a big breath in, filling up your belly, your ribs, your collarbone. And then on a slow exhale, I want you to sigh it out the mouth. It's probably going to be loud. Sigh it out and feel the wave of breath emptying out through all of the body. Extra push at the bottom just to release any stagnant air. Again, breathe in, belly, ribs, all the way to collarbone. On your exhale, sink and soften. Maybe you feel your shoulders gliding down into your back pockets. Let's do that one more time. Take a deep breath in through your nose. And exhale, relax, release, soften. Flick your eyes open. So that kind of three-part breath, it's called Durga breath, but that three-part breath where you're moving from the belly to the collarbones, collarbones to belly, we can call on this often on the mat, off the mat, when you get stressed, when you get anxious, when you're just feeling a little bit off. We're evoking the parasympathetic nervous system. We are forcing our body into happy, all right? Our brain is not wired to be happy. Our brain's wired to survive. These are the tools that we use on this 2x6, your yoga mat, tools you use to get out of fight or flight. So let's take our arms at your side, and if you took full lotus, let's just take easy sit with the other foot on top, just to balance it out. Arms at side body, inhale, gather it up. On your exhale, open arm twist to the right. Empty out your belly. Inhale, reach high, look up, and exhale, twist left. Let's do it a little bit faster. Inhale, open. Exhale, contract, twist. Inhale, up, and exhale, twist. Beautiful. Inhale, come to center. Let's take our arms behind us, clasp your fingers. Inhale, roll your shoulders down. And exhale, drop your ear to your shoulder. Doesn't matter which one. Roll it down, nose to the ground. Opposite ear to opposite shoulder. Beautiful. Release your navel and look up. All right, hands and knees for box pose. We start in box pose a lot just to notice where our joints are stacking, noticing any imbalances. I want you to check in, notice any places that are tight, any places that might be causing you pain physically. I got some stuff going on this side of the body with my broken toe, and just notice that yoga should never make you hurt. So if you do get into a pose today and it hurts, please avoid it. Inhale, open your heart, drop your belly. This is cow. Exhale, navel to spine, tuck your chin, tuck your pelvis, cat. Again, inhale, open. And exhale, close. Beautiful. One more time. Inhale, open. And exhale, cat. Inhale, extend your spine long. So your spine is really long from the crown of your head all the way out your tailbone. Belly in, knit your ribs back, extend your left leg out. Hold it here, and we'll take 5 little, tiny circles. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Switch. 1, 3, 5. Beautiful. Bend the knee and then straighten the leg. Don't open the hip, just bend the knee, straighten the leg. Beautiful. One more time. Bend the knee and straighten the leg. Let's take the left knee down. Walk your hands up your body. You can curl under your toes if it feels okay to you. Inhale, gather up all this beautiful energy today. And then on a slow exhale, flatten your right foot on the earth. Extend your left leg out beside you. This is gate pose. We're taking a huge full body extension, reach to the left. Try to avoid taking this left hand to your knee, so either above or below the knee for gate pose. Take your gaze up. Look inside your elbow. Beautiful. Come back to center. And we'll close it knee to knee. Back down to all fours. Extend the right leg. Behind you, the foot is super flexed. And we'll take some circles one way. I like to take 5. And then let's switch directions. Feeling all that musculature that's working so hard for you to maintain these little tiny circles. Beautiful. Extend the leg. Bend the knee. Don't open the hip. Extend. Bend. Lengthen. One more time, bend. And lengthen. Take both feet down. Curl under your toes if it feels okay. And we'll walk our hands up. Inhale, gather. And exhale, hands to heart. We flatten out the left foot. We extend the right leg out beside us. Inhale, open up your heart. Take this beautiful wave of energy with you. And then exhale, empty out the belly as you reach to the right. Beautiful. Coming back to center. We'll take both knees together and shift the weight of our hips back to child's pose. Your toes can be touching the big toes. Knees can be as wide as you need them to be. And let's extend the arms long in front of us. Place your forehead or your chin on the mat. 5 breaths here in child's pose. I want you to set an intention for your practice. These are usually quiet and very personal. If you choose to, you can use a mantra. Sometimes they start with I am. So I am right where I need to be. I am happy, I am content. They can be a word or a phrase. Basically, these are mantras or mind tools that will jolt you into the present moment when you need a reminder. So don't think too hard about it. Let's seal it in with a cleansing breath in through the nose and out through the nose or mouth. Beautiful. Let's come onto all fours again. This time we're curling up our toes, slowly rolling back into downward facing dog, Adho Mukha Savasana. You're in inverted V. Your hips are high. Your arms are long. The backs of your legs are yawning open. Whenever mindful or mindless movement you need to introduce here, please go there. Beautiful. And then we'll slowly start to walk our feet up to our hands. You're at the top of your mat and you're in this kind of like hip width distance forward fold. You can connect opposite elbows if it feels good to you. You don't have to. If you've been on your phone or your computer a little bit more lately, I have, just for work and stuff, and I feel it in my neck. I physically feel the weight of my head on my neck. So we take the neck
and the head, and we just little dangle. We counter. That's what yoga is. It's a counter to all of the tightness that life throws at us. Beautiful. From here, with your feet about hip width distance, let's take our right hand to the center. Inhale, left arm goes up. Bend your right knee. Now we're really feeling this in the back of the left leg, probably in the chest as we open. We're not used to this opening. Beautiful. Take your gaze down. Left hand plants. Inhale, right arm up. Reach high. Bend your left leg. Extend through the back of the right knee. Beautiful. Take both hands down. And bone by bone, like you're moving through water. Sweet yogis, let's roll all the way up to you're standing here at the top of your mat, your mountain pose. We are checking in with that mantra, that mind tool, affirmation, whatever you chose. Take it with you. Weave it throughout your practice. All right, inhale, arms up, reach up. Exhale, swan dive down, forward fold. Halfway lift, breathe in. Exhale, plant your hands, walk or float it back. Chaturanga. Upward facing dog, inhale. Downward facing dog, exhale. Inhale, bend the knees, look forward. Exhale, walk or lightly float. You're at the top of the mat. Again, bone by bone, we roll the way up. Inhale, arms up, look up. On your exhale, right hand grabs your left wrist. We side bend over to the right. Inhale, come back up. Exhale, switch hands. Left hand grabs your right wrist. Reach left. Inhale, up, draw a line in the sky with your fingertips for a baby back bend. Beautiful. And exhale, forward fold. Halfway lift, breathing in. Exhale, plant your hands. High to low, push up. Urdhva Mukha, inhale. Beautiful. Adho Mukha, exhale. We'll take this one more time. Inhale, bend the knees, look forward. Exhale, walk or lightly float. You're at the top of the mat. We'll slowly roll all the way up. Inhale, gather. Exhale, take it to the right. Bring it up, breathe in. Exhale, reach to the left. Inhale, reach up and back. Exhale, forward fold. Uttanasana. Inhale, Ardha Uttanasana. That's half. Ardha means half. Exhale, plant your hands. We are taking this low, low, low. Plant your belly. Your feet are down. Shoelaces down. Arms right at your side body. On your inhale, we lift our gaze, lift our chin, lift our chest. Exhale, come down. Again, inhale, lift your gaze, lift your chin, lift your chest. Exhale, come down. Beautiful. Hands underneath your shoulders, curl under your toes. Plank, down dog. Inhale, right leg reaches, bend the knee, open the hip. On your exhale, take your right knee to your nose, chin or chest. Inhale, reach high. And exhale, step it all the way through. We'll take it one time slow. Inhale, reverse your warrior. Hold here for 2 breaths. We'll take it one time through slow and then take it a little bit quicker, adding on some fun variations. From here, exhale, straight arms, hips and chest towards me. Triangle, Trikonasana, right hand to right ankle or floor. Straight lines of energy are always the strongest. Make sure your wrists are in one line or close to. Beautiful. On your next inhale, top arm and core pull you up. You are a star. You are a 5-pointed being. Take up space. Breathe in. Turn your toes gently out. Exhale, goddess squat. Inhale, rise up. Exhale, let's take goddess squat again. Really get a feel for where you are in space here. Make sure that your knees are behind your toes. You can take your hands wherever you need them to be. Beautiful. Inhale, gather, rise up. Turn your toes towards me. Exhale, forward fold. With your wide legs. Take your hands to your sacrum. Palms are touching, and you can stay here or you can interlace them and come up and over. Just variations today. Beautiful. Let's take our hands to the mat. And we'll take Skandasana, left knee bends. I always like to keep my hands on the mat just to make sure I'm safe with the hips. So your left knee is going to bend. It's a one leg malasana, one leg yogi squat.
You can take your hands to a diagonal and really open this up, reaching wide. You can take a bind if it serves you today. And release your hands behind your left hip. Beautiful. And it's from here we'll start to work on a little bit mobility. So if you took a bind, let's let go of your bind. Take your hands to your heart. So from here we're gonna rock back and then rock up, trying to find this same shape. All right? So we're taking an inhale, rock back, exhale, rock up. And there's these little subtleties that are happening in the hip, but this is mindful movement, mindful mobility. Beautiful. And if you check back in with your intention, pull it in here, see how it relates. Mine was I am strong. It's pretty, it's a pretty safe space on your 2x6 that you're able to navigate things that are hard, but just that you showed up, right? I'm strong. Let's take 3 more. Beautiful. And on your last one, we'll hold it, hands to your heart. And now we'll drop our hands, we'll take it over to the other side. All right. Say hello to those hips. And from here, same thing. Flex the left toes. You're in this like half malasana, half squat, however deep you need to go. Take a diagonal, take a bind. Go somewhere for 3 breaths that challenges you, but doesn't tax you. Remember, no pain here. Make your breath big. Be mindful of where it's starting, where you feel it first. Beautiful. I'm gonna take your hands to your heart. And we'll work on that mobility here. So inhale, roll it back. Exhale, shift it forward. Inhale, roll it back. Exhale, shift it forward. One more time. And if this doesn't serve you and you're like, my body isn't doing that today, I want you to stay here, okay? This is just an add-on. Let's take a couple more here. Breathing in as you roll back. Exhaling as you move forward, really getting into your left hip. And we'll hold it at the top. Plant your hands, come back to center. Left hand down, inhale, right arm open. And switch, right hand down, left arm open. Both hands down like you're moving through water. We have rolled up. We're going into warrior 2. So the first step, we turn our toes towards the front of the room. Our second step, we would totally turn this left foot to about 45 degrees or so. If I could draw a line from your right heel to your back foot, it would hit right in the center, like right at your arch. Arms out, hips towards me, dive in here, bend your knee. This is warrior 2, Virabhadrasana 2. Your gaze is in between your front fingers. And you are steady. You're not quite in the future. You're not in the past. You are in your center. You are honed in. You are all in. Let's take a big breath in. Big breath out. Sink and soften this right knee. Beautiful. From here, we're turning all 10 toes to the front of the house for crescent lunge. So that was a gentle reset for the hip. Your hip was open, now it's closed. All 10 toes forward, this is crescent lunge. Belly in, knit your ribs back, biceps by your ears, shoulders in your back pockets. And we'll take a huge breath in. On your exhale, sweep your arms back. Step it into chair. So you are in a flying airplane chair. And now we get to have some fun. We get to add some mindless movement. So inhale, chair, and exhale, fold. We'll take this like 10 times. Inhale, chair, exhale, fold. Using your breath here, almost to propel you and to empty the bottom of the belly when you fold. Let's take 5 more. Maybe getting a little low on some of them. Again, this is very mindless movement. Let's take 1 more. Inhaling and exhaling. Beautiful. Inhale, chair. Let's stick it in chair. On your exhale, hands move through your heart. Stay here or take a twist to the left. So when we twist in chair pose, our knees need to stay in the same line. So if you've twisted and your right knee comes out of alignment with your left, stick it back. Don't go that far. This is where you stay.
Next variation, you can drop your elbow to knee. You can open your arms. You can always bind. If you took a bind today, we take these open arms and you stick your bottom hand in between your leg. Your left arm, your risen arm, comes behind you. All right, up we go into bird of paradise. A wobbly bird today. Stay here, you can extend your leg. Beautiful, let's slowly come out of this. Release your bind and we'll all meet in mountain pose. Beautiful. Checking in here, I'm getting a little error message. Oh, I have low battery. That's okay. Okay. And we'll take it on the left side. From mountain pose, inhale, arms up, reach up. Exhale, forward fold. You're at the top of your mat. Halfway lift, breathe in. Exhale, plant your hands, walk or float it back. We'll take a chaturanga vinyasa. Upward dog or cobra. Exhale, down dog. Inhale, left leg up, bend the knee, open the hip. Exhale, knee to nose, chin or chest. Beautiful, inhale up. And exhale, step it through. Inhale, reverse your warrior. We're leading with our heart here. And it's like somebody's picked up your rib cage and then tipped it back. Beautiful, exhale, triangle pose. Trikonasana, left hand down, right arm up. Might be a little bit harder to keep that breath fluid. That's okay, just notice it. Top arm and core pull you up. And we're back in this big star pose. From here, inhale, reach. Exhale, wrap and hug. So I'll face you for this. And this again is that mindless movement. Inhale, reach. Exhale, wrap. We'll take 10 of these. However powerful you need that exhale to be. I've been in classes before where it is loud. Just know that if you need that breath, if you need that release, it is there for you. Going as fast or as slow as you need to. Beautiful, let's take 2 more. Inhale, extend through your arms. On your exhale, we're moving right into warrior 2. So the left toes are pointed forward. The right toes are at about 45 degrees, hips and shoulders to knee. Bend deep, lunge deep in the left leg. Beautiful. And from here, we're slowly turning our hips first, then hopping onto the back toe. Inhale into your crescent lunge. Hold. One of the most beautiful poses is this is crescent. It's also one of the hardest on the lumbar spine, the low back. So if you're like me and you tend to have sciatic flare-ups from time to time, I want you to micro bend the back knee. Just see how that feels for you in any crescent lunges. What it's doing is taking all of that pressure and compression off your back and it's putting it into your butt. So your glutes are firing up instead of your spine. Inhale and then exhale, step it up, hands behind you like you're flying through this pose. And then we'll start to introduce that flow, that chair flow vinyasa. Inhale, chair, and exhale, fold. Inhale, chair, and exhale, fold. One more time. Inhale, chair, and exhale, fold. Inhale, chair. That one felt really good to me. And exhale, let's twist. So again, when we twist, remember, the second your knees come out of line, you've gone too far, okay? So for me, I'll probably stay up here today on this side because my toe's broken. But if you want bird of paradise, you can open up your arms, stick your left arm in between your legs. Right arm comes up and over, take a bind. All the weight's in your right foot. You would lift this left knee. Again, I will not be going there today. And all these twist poses are very detoxing, so just make sure that you are lengthening every inhale, and every exhale you find some space to twist to wring out the organs. Beautiful, coming out of this. Back to mountain pose. We'll do it again, just speed it up a little bit. Inhale, arms up, reach up. And exhale, forward fold. Halfway lift, breathe in. Plant your hands, chaturanga. Urdhva Mukha, inhale. Adho Mukha, exhale. Inhale, let's take the right leg high. Bend the knee, open the hip. On your exhale, adding on here, right knee across the body, underneath to that left elbow, extend the leg. From here, this is fallen triangle. We lift. We find those straight lines of energy. And then we plant the left hand, unravel. Inhale, right leg lifts. Exhale, step it through. Inhale, reverse your warrior. Into triangle. Beautiful. From here, inhale, we rise up. Exhale, goddess squat. We'll hold it here for a little bit. Get into those hips. Feel where it feels uncomfortably comfortable. That's the sweet spot, right? I'm going to take my hands to my heart. We find that mantra, that mind tool, that affirmation, whatever it was. Weave it in here. Beautiful. A little bit deeper for the last 2 breaths. Just because you can. Beautiful. And then we'll pop it up. Exhale, warrior 2. Inhale into crescent. On your exhale, prepare. We're taking flight into chair pose. 1 chair vinyasa here. Inhale, chair. Exhale, fold. Beautiful. Inhale, chair. Exhale, twist to the left. Again, you can go into your bird of paradise. You can also take a side crow here, or you can just hang out with me in this beautiful twist. Coming out of this, standing right up, mountain pose. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, forward fold. Halfway lift. Plant your hands. Chaturanga. Cobra or up dog. Down dog. Inhale, left leg up. Bend the knee, open the hip. Exhale, across the body, tap. Extend the leg. We take the arm up. Right arm up. Fallen triangle. Right hand down, unraveling, left leg high. Step it all the way through. Big breath in, we windmill into reverse. And then exhale into triangle. Inhale into your figure 5. Exhale, goddess squat. Inhale, figure 5. Exhale, goddess squat. We'll take this one more time. Inhale, open. Exhale, squat. Inhale, open. Exhale, warrior 2. Turning your hips and your toes towards the front of the room, crescent lunge. Exhale, swing it back. Chair. Chair pose, you're flowing, you're feeling good, you're emptying out that breath. We'll extend this just by a couple breaths. Inhaling and exhaling. If I'm too fast for your breath, slow it down. If I'm too slow for your breath, speed it up. And this last one, we'll hold it. Exhale, twist to the right. Taking bird, taking any variation that felt good, and then ending in mountain pose. All right, I always have to check in. See how many minutes we've been doing this. Got a nice little rosy glow. Okay, so hopefully we're doing good. We're gonna move it to our mat for a little bit of mat work. All right. Let's go to our backs. Back's always a fun place to start, especially when we've been doing a lot of grounding poses. So your big toes are touching, hands on your knees. Inhale, open. These are called hip circles. Exhale, close. Inhale, open, and exhale, close. One more time. Inhale, open, and exhale, close. Beautiful breath. Let's extend both of our arms back. Breathe in. Exhale, take the knees to the left. From here, goal post your arms. So your arms are like 2 L's. Trying to keep both shoulder blades on the mat. Slowly, on your next exhale, turn your gaze to the right. So we are looking in the opposite direction of our knees. Beautiful breath, come back to center. Inhale, lengthen your spine. Keep your arms where they are. Exhale, knees drop right. Beautiful, breathe in. And on your out breath, gaze goes left. Always taking great care of our neck. Just a little tidbit of information because I feel it like creeping in right now to my mind. But when we take a big breath in, come back to center, and I want you to keep your knees bent. Put your knees together, feet are out a little bit. Take your hands to your belly. So when we take a deep breath in, normally our belly would go over our pants because that's just where our breathing muscle is, right? But Western culture has told us that that's not acceptable. So we have, as a culture, we don't breathe as big. It's very interesting phenomenon that's happened. So when you're sitting there today, when you leave the mat, I want you to really notice how much breath you can hold because it's more than you're holding. So we'll just take a little mini exercise here. Is both hands to your belly. Take a big breath in, deep breath in. If your belly goes over your pants, I don't care. I actually want it to. Breathe in. And then exhale, breathe it out. Through the nose or mouth, it doesn't matter. And from here, we take a big breath in through the nose. And out through the nose or mouth. Last time, breathe in. And breathe out. Beautiful. Flicker your eyes open. Let's take our knees together. Extend the left leg towards you, right leg away from you. And this leg can float if you want it. From here, peel your shoulders up. Take your nose to your knee. Just for a moment to see how and where we can go. And then place your head back on the mat. So you can grab your foot, you can grab your ankle. If this is not accessible, the knee can always stay bent. Either way. And now we'll all bend our knee. Grab with your left hand the outside of your left foot for a half blissful baby. This right arm can go out beside you, or sometimes it's nice just to have that support hand on your hip point. If you're feeling flexible today and we've really gotten into the hips this practice, you can start to extend the left leg out beside you. All options today. Cool thing about yoga is that you go where you need to go, and it's nobody's practice but yours. Make it your own. Beautiful. And we'll just reset the spine here. So knee comes into chest first. Breathe in. On your exhale, take that knee across the body. Both of your shoulders can come with you. That's okay. And then we'll switch. So right knee pulls in, left leg extends, and we'll find an extension here with the leg. Keeping our breath fluid is key, but it takes practice. So just remind yourself whenever you start to spin off and your breath isn't your focal point anymore, it's always theirs for the taking. It's always there to be had. Breathe in and breathe out. We'll all bend this right knee. Take your right hand to the outside of the right foot and we'll pull it in for half blissful baby. Left hand can go out beside you or on your hip point. And then if you're feeling really stretchy or bendy, you can always extend the leg. You do not have to. It's much of the same stretch. We're really focusing on hip mobility today. Even so, over flexibility. Mobility is the stuff that's going to serve you much, much, much better when you get to be 60, 70, 80. Or you're picking up a grandbaby. This is the stuff that, you get what you put in. All right, bring it back to center. Take a big breath in. And then on your exhale, twist to the left. Take your knee left, gaze right. Your shoulders can come up with you. That's okay. Beautiful. And let's come back to center. And we'll take blissful baby now. So blissful baby is probably one of my favorite poses. You take your hands to the outside of your feet and you drive your knees to the earth. You can rock right. You can rock left. Get real playful.
here. Sometimes when I have my kiddos with me running around when they're not at school, they love this pose. This is a good one you can incorporate as a family. Beautiful. And then from here, we'll take our feet together, hands behind your knees, and we'll take like 3 or 4 rolls. So we're just doing these beautiful spine rolls, almost like you're giving your spine a nice massage every time it visits the mat. And on the very last one, we'll meet in Baddha Konasana, bound angle, or butterfly pose. So your feet, your heels are together, they found each other, your toes are together. Breathe in, lengthen your spine. And then on a slow exhale, tip it forward, leading with your lowest rib. So almost like you're folding yourself in two. Butterfly pose. Beautiful, look up. And we will move into half pigeon. Half pigeon on the back is a little bit less intense. If you need something less today, I want you on your back and you make a figure 4 with your feet. This is pigeon on the back. It's called supine pigeon. If you're needing a little bit more of a hip stretch today and you have healthy knees, I want us to move into half pigeon pose. So we are in this shape, give or take a little movement here. So the heel comes closer to the pelvis. That's going to make it less intense. The more the heel moves away from you and you find this parallel line from your shin to the mat, the top of the mat, it's very challenging. A lot of times we don't even need it to be that challenging to be effective. So I want you to find where you can stay comfortably for at least 2 minutes. For me, that's probably about right here. For the health and safety of our knees, make sure your right foot, that foot in front for pigeon, is always flexed. Flex just means the toes are pointing towards the knee. Your foot is flexed, not pointed. Take a deep breath in, lengthen up your spine, and then from here, you just fold to your degree of flexibility. Not mine, not how, much you can fold on a day where maybe different circumstances are happening, but to your degree of flexibility today. No judgment, no ego. And we'll stay here for a significant amount of time. Check back in with your intention, with your mantra, your mind tool. If you have a good song on, I invite you to start some relaxing music or maybe your favorite chill tunes. And nowhere to go, nothing to do, breathe and rest. Stay here. I'm going to exit the pose just so I can keep my eye on the time. When you lost control or sight of your breath, again, I invite you to bring it back to your moment, taking a deep breath in through your nose, filling up your belly, your ribs, your chest. And a slow exhale through your nose, taking the wave of breath from the collarbones all the way down to the base of your belly. We have about 40 more seconds here. If you need to fidget around, I invite you to fidget around and then find space to simply be, to be still. Beautiful. And we'll take just a couple more breaths here to round out pigeon. Coming out of pigeon is just as important as how we got into pigeon. So we'll slowly start to walk our hands towards our body. Rock the weight of your body to the right first and extend the left leg in front. So we're just kind of making a circle with the pelvis. And now we're on the left side. So same thing here. This right leg will go right down the center of the mat. Do not sickle the foot. You find your degree of flexibility with the left leg. Flex the left foot. Breathe in.
exhale, slowly fold forward to wherever you can go today. I have some clients who need to stay up here. That's a wonderful place to be. I have others that can flatten out like a pancake, and that's not something that you compare, it's just something of how you show up. So however it shows up for you today, go there. Again, I'll be exiting the pose to keep my eye on the time. We'll be here for 2 minutes, and there is really nothing to do. We are breathing, we are resting. We are breathing into those places of tension. Beautiful. We have about a minute left here, so fidget if you need to, and then get back in. Listening for fluidity, listening for any places that start to get rigid in the breath. Beautiful. And from here, start to flicker your eyes open. We'll start to walk the hands towards the body, and we'll shift the weight of the body left first, go slow. And we'll take knee pile pose. So lots of hip work today. The knees will stack. It's knee pile pose. If you're like, my knees don't stack, that's okay too. If your knees don't stack, stack your shins. So you either stack your knees or you stack your shins. In both cases, your feet are flexed. From here, take a breath in and then start to tip forward, fold to your degree. You will not have to fold far to get somewhere new. Just know. Make your breath fluid. Check in with your mantra. When your mind spins off, tell yourself, I don't have to go with that thought, and just let it go. Beautiful. Flick your eyes open. Let's switch legs. So put your opposite knee on bottom for knee pile pose or for fire log pose if this does not serve you. And fire log pose is just where you would stack. You'd stack your shins instead of stacking your knees. Breathe in, feet are flexed as you tip forward. Stop when you feel it. Beautiful. And we'll look up, flicker our eyes open. Paschimottanasana is my favorite forward fold. All those forward folds you did at the beginning of your practice, it's kind of like a check-in to see how far we've grown. So feet are flexed, spine is nice and straight, belly is in, ribs are knitted back. Inhale, gather. Exhale, tip forward. Grab your feet or your ankles. Inhale, lengthen up. Exhale, forward fold. Hold. Last 3 breaths here. Beautiful. Inhale, look up. Exhale, release your feet. Come all the way down to your back for a back bend before we head to Shavasana. So for your back bend, we have bridge or we have full wheel. Heels come in as close as you can to your sits bones. On a gentle inhale, we rise up from the lumbar spine, coming all the way to our shoulders. We stay here, lifting through our hips. Your gaze is at your navel or just right in front of you. Try not to look left or right. Beautiful bridge pose. Slowly, bone by bone, let's come all the way down. So we can do that again, holding your bridge pose at the top for about 3 breaths or so. If you would like more of a intense back bend, take your arms up, bend your wrists, bend your elbows, plant your hands right in line with your, with your ears. And slowly, again, like we're moving through water, we're lifting up through the pelvis first, lumbar, shoulders, come to the crown of your head, stay here. Only when you're ready, lengthen out through the arms, push the weight of your hips up, flatten out your chest. This is full wheel pose.
3 breaths here or in bridge. Beautiful. Take your head down first. Slowly tuck your chin. And bone by bone, you come all the way down. Pull your knees into your chest for whichever back bend you tried today. And from here, we'll take a little rock left to right. Beautiful, arms tee out, legs go up, feet are flexed. And we'll draw infinity symbols or hearts in the sky, giving thanks for all that surrounds us. I invite you to try to see the good every day. And it's at this time in our practice, I like to evoke a gratitude practice. So if you haven't done that today, 3 things that you're grateful for right now. Beautiful. And we'll find some stillness. Bend your knees, give yourself a big hug. And we'll extend down into Shavasana. This is the most important part of the practice. Do not skip it, please. Arms at your side, body, feet are out the width of your mat, eyes are soft or closed. There is nowhere to go, there's nothing to do. Breathe and rest. I'll mind the time and I'll wake you up in just a couple minutes. Take a deep breath in through your nose, filling up your belly, your ribs, your chest. And on a slow exhale, notice the weight of your body. Notice the support of your mat. And keeping your eyes closed, before we introduce movement today, I want to take you through a little cloud visualization. Lying on your back with your hands by your sides. Take a deep breath in and let a long breath out. Take a deep breath in and let a long breath out. One more time. Take a deep breath in and let a long breath out. Imagine you are lying on a white, puffy cloud. Feel yourself sink into its softness as the cloud lifts you up into the air. You are floating, rocking back and forth. Your cloud is taking you somewhere you love to be. This wonderful place has colors and sounds. Feel how good it is to be there, wherever that is for you. Breathe in and let a long breath out. When you are ready, your cloud slowly brings you down. It settles you gently back on your mat. But as your cloud pulls away, it takes with it anything that's troubling you. You are left feeling calm, peace, happiness,
Take another deep breath in. And let a long breath out. Now we slowly start to wiggle our fingers, wiggle our toes, bringing mindful movement back into your bodies. And as you're lying there, before you start to really move, let's take a full body stretch. Reach your arms back, feet towards the front of the room. And then pull your knees into your chest. Give yourself a big hug and just gently say thank you for showing up. Joint mobility and yoga, it's so important as we start to move through life and to get older. It's this science of well-being, and it will serve you well. Rock right or left, and we'll all meet in full or half lotus, or that sukhasana, how we started. That's that easy sit pose where you just take one leg on top, crisscross applesauce. And your hands at your knees. We started with Yana Mudra. This is just a symbol of ready to receive energy. We received so much energy. So we are going to put our hands down, ready to give. We're ready to go out there and help people, whoever your people are. We are ready. Check in with your mantra. Let's seal it in with a cleansing breath. Breathe it in. Exhale everything that doesn't believe it. Beautiful. One more time. Breathe it in. Exhale. Arms at your side body. Let's gather up all this beautiful energy. Take it with you. On a slow exhale, your hands find your heart. Bow your head. From my heart directly to yours. All my love and all my blessings. Namaste. Thank you for joining me today. So glad you're here. Please send me updates on your practice. I love to see progressions. We've been doing this for a while now. If you have any questions, if you have any places in the body that you want to work on specifically, just shoot me a text or an email, and I'll be happy to modify some of my upcoming classes and make sure that we touch on those body parts. But again, thank you so much, and I love you, and I wish you so much goodness today.